Hello everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, Maine State Police are still investigating a shooting in Waldo County in the town of Knox. We'll have more details into that story.
Plus, the harm reduction nonprofit Needle Point Sanctuary is in need of volunteers and donations to continue their weekly services.
And the University of Maine held their homecoming over the weekend, organizers saying it was their biggest celebration yet. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Janessa Bishop.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us on this Monday morning. We'll have all the day's news coming up over the next hour, including an interview that I know nothing about. What's it about today?
It's Mystery 207. They host like dinner parties where people have to go around the building and find clues and figure out the mystery.
Sounds like fun.
Very fun.
We'll have that later on in the program too. But first, a check of that important forecast, and it looks like it's going to be a bit of a rainy day today, and then things will start clearing out tomorrow.
We're going to turn things over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
And thank you very much, Craig and Janessa. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by SR1 Companies. Visit SR1 in Herman, Turner, Manchester, and Orono. We have the best prices on trailers, campers, tractors, heavy equipment, and more. SR1 Companies, where New England's largest selection meets unbeatable prices. Alrighty, here we go. We have a small crowd advisory that is posted until 8 p.m. as we head towards your Tuesday along the coast. Some active surf will be expected until about that time frame, so we will need to keep an eye on that. We do have an area of low pressure that continues to sit and spin, and that will be sending some rainfall in our direction. We'll definitely take it though as we continue to deal with some rather severe to extreme drought across a good part of the state, so whatever we can get we'll definitely welcome. We do have high pressure not too far away either, keeping a good part of the Northeast and even Canada dry at this moment in time. So futurecast moving forward, we have more rain on the way for us today, and the rain will start to back off later on tonight, even as the sky becomes partly cloudy in the parts of Tuesday morning. So gusty winds also a thing today, reaching up to about 20, even 25 miles per hour at times. Your hourly forecast moving forward, again, mostly cloudy with rain on the way, temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Janessa.
Thank you, Devin. A police investigation is underway following an incident in Waterville. There are very few details at this time, but according to a sergeant with the city's police department, the incident occurred Sunday afternoon at the Hannaford, located on Kennedy Memorial Drive in the JFK Plaza. Some people posted on social media reported they heard gunshots. Authorities say there is no threat to the public, and more information is expected to be released later today.
Meanwhile, authorities say a man is in custody after allegedly shooting a woman outside a home in Otisfield. According to the Oxford County Sheriff's Office, they responded to the residents on Bell Hill Road about 7 p.m. Saturday night for reports of a woman shot in the hand. Upon arrival, police found a 28-year-old female victim who was treated at the scene and then transported to a nearby hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The sheriff's office says the suspect, identified as 38-year-old John Pottle Jr. of Otisfield, had fired an AR-15 style rifle, quote, recklessly in the vicinity of the woman, subsequently shooting her and injuring her. Pottle was arrested and the firearm was seized. He was taken to the Oxford County Jail, where authorities say he is charged with reckless conduct with a dangerous weapon and aggravated assault. His bail is set at $5,000.
Meanwhile, Maine State Police are still investigating a shooting in Waldo County that happened just before 4:30 p.m. on Thursday. State Police spokesperson Shannon Moss says 40-year-old Aston Elwell of Knox had already been taken to the Waldo County General Hospital before they arrived at the scene. She was eventually transferred to Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center in Bangor with non-life-threatening injuries. Moss says a preliminary investigation indicates 3 males arrived at 1580 Bailey Road in a gold Jeep. Moss says the males were wearing ski masks and one of them shot Elwell as she answered the door. According to Moss, the suspects then fled. Troopers were able to locate a vehicle of interest behind a nearby residence, which was seized for evidence processing. The 3 males have not been located. Moss says this is believed to be an isolated incident and there is no known danger to the public. If anyone has any information about the incident, they are asked to call the Augusta Regional Communications Center.
Meanwhile, the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner has identified the victim of a fatal fire in Benton. They say it was 62-year-old Paul Verveil. First responders were called to the fire on Pleasant Drive just after 2 o'clock Wednesday morning. When firefighters arrived, they found the single-family residence fully engulfed in flames. While they were there fighting the fire, crews also discovered Verveil deceased inside the home. The cause of the fire remains under investigation.
Authorities are also investigating a deadly ATV crash in Rumford. According to game officials, the crash happened around 12:30 Friday in the woods near Wyman Hill Road. Officials say a 78-year-old man was scouting for deer hunting season when he went up a steep hill and his ATV rolled over. He was thrown off the machine and that landed on top of him, pinning him to the ground. His wife ran for help, but the man died at the scene.
The Hancock County Sheriff's Office has issued a silver alert for a missing woman from Castine. They're trying to locate 82-year-old Allison McLeod, who was last seen Sunday afternoon around 4:30. She was leaving her home to travel to Bucksport but didn't return. Officials say she suffers from cognitive issues and was last seen driving a gray Toyota Prius with Maine registration 817KDY. Officials say she doesn't have a cell phone and was last seen wearing a red windbreaker, sweater, and blue jeans. Anyone with information about her whereabouts is urged to contact the Hancock County Sheriff's Office at 667-8866.
And the Washington County Sheriff's Office is searching for a missing teen out of Rope Bluffs. Liliana Rose Cook is 16 years old, 5'2", and around 120 pounds. She was last seen in Rope Bluffs and is believed to be with a male suspect and possibly heading out of state. Cook was last seen in black and white sneakers, an off-the-shoulder white sweater, and carrying a black and pink backpack. She has blonde hair, blue eyes, piercings on her ears and nose, and a tattoo of a rose on her shoulder. If you see Cook, you are asked to contact the Washington County Sheriff's Office at 207-255-8308.
All right, moving on now. Harm reduction nonprofit Needlepoint Sanctuary is looking for donations and volunteers to help support their wraparound service days. Since April, the organization has provided meals on Tuesdays at the Unitarian Universalist Society of Bangor. During that time, they offer on-site HIV testing, wound care, reproductive care, and other services. And according to the nonprofit's executive director, they typically see around 100 people weekly. And with the growing HIV outbreak in Penobscot County, they have also expanded their efforts by offering meals on services on Mondays as well.
Seeing over 100 people each week now, and it continues to grow because we work mostly with the unhoused community, and many of them, they don't have phones, and so consistency of services is really the most important thing.
The nonprofit is also working towards securing a space where they can provide syringe services. Hurley says anyone interested in becoming a volunteer or donating to support their efforts can do so by reaching out to or visiting their social media or website. That's needlepointsanctuary.org.
University of Maine alumni came together on Saturday for what organizers say was the largest homecoming celebration at the university to date. Our Callie Warren takes us to the Orono campus.
And we had over 1,200 registrants, which is definitely the most we've ever had.
It's an event for friends, family, and former students alike.
I love seeing everybody coming back. We had two alums who showed up together who were roommates when they were in college, and they said, we're still best friends.
We were roommates. We have been friends for over 50 years.
Hundreds packed into the UMaine campus on Saturday to tailgate, explore, find old friends, and forge new connections.
UMO has got the best homecoming celebration.
While appreciating the changes over the years.
Well, I walk around and I go, what's that building? What's that building?
Alums from the 1960s to 2025 showed up to the event, saying it's the continued community that keeps them coming back to their college.
I feel like I'm 20.
Right. We've been coming for a long time to tailgates, years, 30, 40 years.
I think it's running into people that we didn't expect to run into.
And just running into one person you haven't seen for years makes it all worth just coming here for today. But we love it. And We're like little kids anyway, so.
Some folks haven't been back to Orono since they turned their tassels, but others come back for every homecoming.
So homecoming is especially awesome because of everybody being here, but we've got a close-knit crew here, both from UMaine and also from the state, that we've been able to make connections with. It's just awesome every fall to be able to reconnect with people.
And for every game.
We have a lot of fun doing this here. So this is not a once a year thing for us. This is a every game here for us. So this is a lot of fun.
In Orono.
Go Black Bears!
Callie Warren, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Meanwhile, in Ellsworth, 7th grader is battling cancer, and her community is stepping up to make sure she and her family don't do it alone. Sophia Beninati is in remission after months of leukemia treatment. Her family says she still has a long road ahead of more years of treatment. And a spaghetti supper fundraiser was held at the elementary and middle school cafeteria Friday night to help support the Beninati family. School faculty says the turnout shows the camaraderie of the community.
She is the light in my classroom. She just is so friendly, so outgoing, always happy, a great sport.
And for the family, it's an important show of support at a very difficult time.
I have so much gratitude towards it. It's amazing that they all come out for Sophie. She's such a good kid.
This event right now is very it's actually wonderful because it makes me emotional to see her in hospital every time I go.
That dinner ended up raising over $1,800 in all. And for more information on how you can also support the Beninati family, you can visit this story on our website for a link to their GoFundMe page.
Oh.
So nice to see.
I'm glad they had a good turnout there.
Yeah.
Well, the time now is 8:12. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, Saturday marked 2 years since the Lewiston mass shooting tragedy. Many across the state are continuing to heal and support that Lewiston community.
We'll hear how, but first, another look at that forecast. It looks like a rainy day ahead today with highs around 50 degrees. Rain coming to an end tonight with lows dropping down to the upper 30s. Tomorrow, a partly cloudy day with highs near 54. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Tony Hafford from TC Hafford Basement Systems, the all things basement-y company. Basement waterproofing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. Since 1991, over 15,000 Maine homeowners have trusted TC Hafford Basement Systems to fix their basements. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basement-y.
Touch can mean so many things, even for children with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can make a little one feel like a giant, can bring sparkle to a teenager, or be the unspoken language between best buddies. Dupixent can help your child stay ahead of eczema with clearer skin and noticeably less itch as they welcome the feeling of touch. Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within.
Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor.
Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Help your child feel the heal and see the difference. Reach out to your child's eczema specialist today.
Judge Judy never misses a beat.
This is my playpen.
I get that, Your Honor.
Perfect.
Next is mental anguish.
Yours or mine? It's getting bad for you.
I don't understand why you're so upset with me.
Does this face look stupid to you? Am I doing all right?
Excellent.
That's what I like to hear.
Judge Judy.
Weekdays at 6 on Fox 22.
Saturday marked 2 years since one of Maine's greatest tragedies, the Lewiston mass shooting. 18 people lost their lives on October 25th, 2023. Our Callie Warren has more.
Last night, October 25th at approximately 6:56 p.m., the Auburn Communications Center received a 911 call of a male shooting in just-in-time, or the spare time, recreation center.
That night claimed the lives of 18 victims and led police on a 2-day manhunt for shooter Robert Card, who took his own life after committing the deadliest shooting in Maine history.
We all had a common goal to find him. It took 2 days, but we found him.
Card opened fire at a local bowling alley and recreation center at 6:56 p.m., killing 7. By 7:08 p.m., he traveled 4 miles to Schmenge's Bar and Grill and opened fire there, killing 8 individuals. 3 more victims died en route to or at Central Maine Medical Hospital in Lewiston. 13 others were injured, and countless family, friends, and loved ones were left mourning.
Too many Americans have lost loved ones or survived the trauma of gun violence.
Since that tragedy, efforts across the state have been taken to reduce gun violence and show support for victims. A proposed red flag law will be on ballots in November that would restrict individuals deemed at risk from possessing firearms. In September of 2025, survivors and victims of family members sued the federal government, mainly the U.S. Army, for their alleged inaction in recognizing Card's mental health issues. 2 years later, the community of Lewiston and those across the state continue to heal from this act of violence.
As we continue down the long and difficult road of recovery, let us remind ourselves that we are not alone, that we are Lewiston strong.
Callie Warren reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Saturday also brought attention to referendum question 2 on this year's statewide ballot surrounding a red flag law. One side held an event yesterday saying the mass shooting is why this question is on the ballot in the first place, while the other side accuses them of trying to politicize the tragedy. Max Williams has those details.
Community members say while nothing will take back that horrific night 2 years ago today, hope remains ahead of Election Day that could change how the state handles the future of gun violence. From grief,
not a day goes by that I don't think about him,
to a call for change.
Creating a safer future is a choice.
At Trinity Episcopal Church in Lewiston, supporters of Question 2 held what they called an interfaith gathering to remember, but with a specific call to action.
You cannot tell me that the laws in place 2 years ago when this shooting occurred are sufficient, because if they were sufficient, this event would not have happened.
In just 10 days, voters will take to the polls and decide whether Maine's current yellow flag law does enough to help take away guns from people deemed to be a risk to themselves or others. Arthur Barnard lost a son in the shooting, and he supports what's known as an extreme risk protection order, or red flag law.
Every other day you hear about a mass shooting. And it's always mental health. Of course it's mental health. What are we going to do? We can't just sit around and not do anything anymore.
But opponents of Question 2 are pushing back on claims a red flag law would have changed the outcome 2 years ago. They say Maine's yellow flag law wasn't used properly at the time. They also accuse organizers of this event of politicizing the tragedy.
They are utilizing that information, twisting it, playing on people's emotions in order to encourage them to think that we need more laws in Maine, which we do not.
Ultimately, it's going to be up to voters to decide on November 4th.
And that was Max Williams reporting.
The time now is 8:19. After the break, the SPCA held their annual Halloween-themed 5K.
We'll tell you all about it. Plus, Jamaican residents are preparing for Hurricane Melissa's landfall. Those stories and more coming up on Good Morning Maine.
The Kia K4 and K5 represent what comes next. The next movement for innovation. And the next movement for acceleration. The Kia K4 and K5. During Kia's fall savings event, get 0.9% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of a new 2025 K5.
Irresistibly smooth chocolate to put the world on pause. Lindor, made to melt you by the Lindt Master Chocolatier.
This is my gorgeous Spencer panel bed. It's available in 2 finishes for only $3.99.
And this is the matching dresser and mirror, only $5.99. And the matching nightstand, only $1.99. This is what they look like separately.
And this is what they can look like together in your home. Plus, when you bundle the bedroom set, you save almost $200.
Wow. They're great on their own, but so much better together.
Oh, my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
Last year, America's leading wireless provider spent $12 billion on advertising and promotions. That's billion with a B. Pure Talk, they hired me to make their commercials on my iPhone. Consequently, they can offer you unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Yeah, you can keep paying for those billion-dollar ad campaigns if you want, or you can start saving some real money when you switch to Pure Talk. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
When Blazing Trails located in Lincoln want to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Blazing Trails is Lincoln's #1 trusted dispensary, providing outstanding product and customer service to eastern and central Maine.
The annual Howell Run 5K in Lemoyne drew a large crowd to Marlboro Beach this weekend. The Halloween-themed race raises thousands to support animals across Hancock County.
Our Grace Blanchard has the story.
Your mark, get set, go!
With Halloween less than a week away, community members and their four-legged friends donned their best costumes for the return of a beloved race to support the SPCA of Hancock County.
Speechless here. I think it's the first one I've ever done where you got the start and finish here right along like the actual beach.
I like to see the dogs with their owners, and some of them are dressed up.
This year marks the 7th annual Jim Noble Howell Run 5K.
The course runs by the ocean, lined with pumpkins. It's really a great day, and it helps us raise almost $10,000 for the animals.
According to the race director, the race is dedicated to former SPCA board president Jim Noble. All the money raised benefits the animals at the shelter.
A lot of times animals come to us, they haven't had just routine vaccinations, haven't been spayed, neutered, or they come to us with a serious injury or illness that requires surgery. So yeah, this money will go a long way in helping the organization.
O'Keefe says they are grateful to see the kindness and support from the community continue to grow each year.
Just supporting a great cause for the pets out there. Yep, to adopt a good pet and to help them.
In Lemoyne, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
What a great way to raise money for the pets.
Absolutely.
Looks like they had a great turnout, too.
Love the costumes. Yeah. The time now is 8:23. Let's get a full look at our weather forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by SR1 Companies. Visit SR1 in Herman, Turner, Manchester, and Orono. We have the best prices on trailers, campers, tractors, heavy equipment, and more. SR1 Companies, where New England's largest selection meets unbeatable prices. Already, there's that small craft advisory that's active along the coast, and that will be in effect until 8 p.m. as we head towards your Tuesday. Some active surf will be an issue as we do move forward. It's not too bad just yet at around 2 to 3 feet, but gusty winds later on today will get the ocean rather active, so we will need to monitor that as we do move forward in time. And we may even see that later on as we will need to keep an eye on Hurricane Melissa, but right now Jamaica will be the main ball game at play along the Caribbean. Look at this right here. Hurricane Melissa, Category 4 monster hurricane, winds up to around 150 miles per hour. Some higher gusts also being noted, moving to the west at around 5 miles per hour. Hurricane warnings and even some tropical storm warnings also posted. It will also be moving very soon after becoming a Category 5 hurricane. It will trek off to the northeast, and will also meet some high surf also becoming an issue. So we'll have to watch this later on for us, again with some high surf being the main threat, but we'll watch launch that in due time later on this week. But for us, it's that main area of low pressure sending some rain in our direction, which again is great news. It's been rather dry for us recently, and of course the rainfall we've had overall within the last few days or so has been rather welcome. Other parts of the Northeast and Canada staying dry thanks to that area of high pressure, and a large area at that. So again, we'll take any rain that we can get, and there's that area of high pressure that's been nearby recently. That area of low pressure sending that rain in our direction. That rain will be wrapping up very soon. There's Futurecast right there sending that rain in our direction. That rain wrapping up later on tonight and as we head towards parts of Tuesday morning. And there is a drought monitor right there showing a lot of drought for us, so we'll take any rain that we can get at this point. 50 degrees today, mostly cloudy with rain showers, and that north wind at around 25 miles per hour. Overnight, upper 30s, rain showers early, then partly cloudy, and that north wind at around 25 miles per hour. Tomorrow, mid-50s, partly cloudy, north wind at around 25 miles per hour. And let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by SR1 Companies. Wednesday, partly cloudy, highs in the mid-50s with mid-50s again for your Thursday under a mostly cloudy sky. Rain showers for Halloween, highs in the upper 50s.
Autumn of Life Home Care is a great place to work. The team here provided me with all the opportunities and experience necessary to grow within the company, all while working around my busy college schedule. They provided all the necessary licensing and training. It truly was the job that kickstarted my career.
Autumn of Life Home Care is a licensed agency with personal support specialists.
Let our compassionate, reliable, considerate caregivers make your life a little easier by providing assistance for you or your loved one.
Autumn of Life Home Care. We focus on you.
Tech that keeps you on track. How it should be. The Hyundai Kona.
Right now, lease a Hyundai Kona SE for $189 a month or get 1.99% APR for 60 months. Hurry in.
Ghirardelli caramel and chocolate. They're great on their own, but together, it's like the Watson to your Sherlock, the SpongeBob to your Patrick, the bestie to your spa day, the apprentice to your sensei, the partner to your picnic, the hero to your sidekick, the caramel to your chocolate, the chocolate to your caramel. Perfect pairs, share a square. Ghirardelli makes life a bite better.
Not every student enjoys riding the bus, but the passengers aboard this bus think it's a doggone good time.
I start my day every day driving the bus, and it's the best part of my day.
We'll ride along with the pets on the Bark Bus tonight after the World Series on Fox 22 News.
Are you guys ready for the Battle of the States to begin?
Yes, chef.
50 chefs, 50 times the pressure. Get out! Hell's Kitchen Battle of the States, all new Thursdays on Fox.
Welcome back, everyone. Now to new clashes on the streets of Chicago and elsewhere as federal agents carry out their immigration crackdown. The latest tensions erupting as kids headed to a Halloween parade. ABC's Perry Russum has more.
This morning, Homeland Security is defending actions taken by federal officers in Chicago over the weekend that sparked outrage from some residents.
Tear gas at Old Irving Park right now, our own neighborhood, scaring our children.
A Halloween parade for kids canceled after agents deployed what appeared to be tear gas.
We were supposed to be standing on this corner with hundreds of families walking around, and we're just being terrorized by ICE.
DHS says the agents were acting in self-defense after a crowd started gathering during the arrest of a construction worker who was in the country illegally.
I'm gonna throw it right back at you.
In another neighborhood, a confrontation with ICE agents turning violent.
Go ahead.
Angry residents shouting and masked agents making an arrest. Agents deploying a gas canister and moments later pushing a woman to the ground before driving off in a van.
Get up, get up.
And on Friday, agents were trying to arrest construction workers at a private home.
You have no permission to be
When one worker became caught in a tug of war with an agent and co-worker who managed to pull him through a window into the home. Border Patrol Commissioner Greg Bovino tells ABC News nearly 3,000 people have been arrested in Chicago so far since the immigration crackdown started last month. Bovino is due in court tomorrow after this video appeared to show him throwing tear gas last week. He's accused of violating a restraining order that limits the use of tactics to suppress protests. Homeland Security says Bovino had been hit in the head by a rock.
Bovino says agents are trying to use as little force as possible to keep people safe. Perry Russell, ABC News, New York.
Well, meanwhile, beaches in Montego Bay, Jamaica, and elsewhere were deserted on Sunday as residents and business owners braced for Hurricane Melissa. Hurricane Melissa is now a Category 4 storm. In fact, some reports saying it is up to a Category 5 and is expected to make landfall early this week, perhaps as soon as tonight. Signs at beach entrances warn visitors of closures due to the approaching hurricane, while preparations were underway to secure coastal properties. Plywood-covered windows and doors and sandbags were placed to prevent flooding. Melissa now has maximum sustained winds of more than 160 miles per hour and is expected to continue to strengthen as it heads toward Jamaica. The U.S. National Hurricane Center warned that Jamaica could receive 15 to 30 inches of rain. The Jamaica Defense Forces announced via social media that it is assisting the Ministry of Labor and Social Security with transporting and storing supplies before the hurricane hits. By the way, the BBC reporting this morning it could be the strongest storm ever to hit that island nation.
And a major break in the Louvre robbery. Police in Paris say they've arrested some of the suspects in the daring daytime burglary. But those crown jewels worth more than $100 million still seem to be missing. Fox News correspondent Stephanie Bennett has more.
2 suspects are in custody, but the search is still on to find the missing French crown jewels before they're potentially destroyed. The Paris prosecutor's office said investigators made the arrests Saturday night, adding that one of the men taken into custody was preparing to leave the country from Paris's Charles de Gaulle airport. The Parisian newspaper says the 2 men were known to police. They're in their 30s and originally from a suburb north of Paris. It all began last Sunday around 9:30 in the morning, just after the Louvre Museum had opened. The suspects used a basket lift to gain access to the Apollo Gallery, where they cut through a window with power tools. They then destroyed display cases to steal the precious items worth more than $102 million within. 8 items in total, including earrings, necklaces, a brooch, and crown. The whole ordeal only lasted around 7 minutes before they went back down the ladder and escaped on motorcycles. The French public prosecutor appeared furious with the way the arrests were announced, saying it was a premature leak of information and it could hinder the investigation. For now, investigators will be looking at cell phone records and may be looking to make a deal to find the items before it's too late.
They can take the stones out of their settings, they can drive them out of France, they can go to Tel Aviv or Antwerp or even India, where specialists will happily recut the stones into smaller stones that they can sell and that will be completely untraceable.
As a precaution, the Louvre has moved some of its most precious jewels to a vault 85 feet underground in the Bank of France. In London, Stephanie Bennett, Fox News.
And this morning, a growing number of families are feeling the pain as the government shutdown stretches into another week. Experts warn more than 40 million Americans could be impacted by the food assistance program set to run out by the end of the week. The U.S. Agriculture Department, which administers the SNAP Food Assistance Program, announcing the well has run dry. The message on its website blaming Senate Democrats in an unusually partisan message for the shutdown. Meanwhile, many food banks are struggling to keep up with the demand, especially with fewer donations coming in. Experts warn that roughly 1 in every 8 Americans could see their food assistance run out later on this week. As we heard from a special guest during our last hour, they're urging people around here to dig deep if they can.
Absolutely.
Support local food pantries, soup cupboards, soup kitchens, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so, important causes.
It's only going to get worse.
Coming up on the second half of the newscast, we'll hear from the Mystery 207 Company about their Hollywood murder mystery dinner at the Hollywood Casino coming up.
That and more straight ahead on Good Morning Maine.
I was hurt in a bad motorcycle accident, and I was laid up for a couple months.
If you've been injured in a motorcycle accident, call Joe today for a free case evaluation.
I'm really grateful they won my case for me.
Dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
Healthcare costs are up 75% in the last 10 years. Now millions are losing coverage to pay for tax cuts for the wealthy. And Mainers could see their monthly premiums jump $1,500. Congressman Jared Golden is working to fix this, to extend tax credits so families don't have to choose between going to the doctor and paying for groceries. Congressman Golden has always had our back when it comes to lowering costs. Call Congressman Golden. Tell him to keep fighting.
Motorcycle accidents can happen fast.
I wasn't going to take a chance on my future.
I knew I only had one opportunity.
You'll need somebody who knows motorcycle law. Call the law offices of Joe Bornstein.
They got me way more than I thought I'd get.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Today is Monday, October 27th, 2025, and it is also National American Beer Day.
This is a day to set aside the imports and celebrate distinctly domestic lagers and ales brewed across the country. While the history of beer dates back as far as 7,000 years ago, the drink didn't appear in the U.S. until the 16th century. The first official brewery in the U.S. opened in Manhattan, and now Americans consume about 6.3 billion gallons of beer a year.
That's a lot of beer.
It is a lot.
Yeah. All right, moving on to history now. It was in 1787 the first Federalist Papers were published. That was a series of essays calling for the ratification of the U.S. Constitution. In 1873, Joseph Glidden applied for a patent on his barbed wire design, an invention that forever changed the face of the American West. It helped mark off the properties, helped to keep the cattle and everything inside, but it really just stopped the free-flowing nature of what the prairies and everything else were. In 1904, New York Mayor George McClellan took the controls of the inaugural run of the brand new subway system in New York City. And in 1962, during the Cuban Missile Crisis, a U-2 reconnaissance aircraft was shot down while flying over that communist nation, killing the pilot and also raising tensions during that Cuban Missile Crisis.
In 1975, rocker Bruce Springsteen landed on the covers of both Time and Newsweek magazines. It marked his transition from struggling bar band legend to the boss. And in 2004, the Boston Red Sox won their first World Series since 1918, sweeping the St. Louis Cardinals in 4 games. And in 2006, the last Ford Taurus rolled off the assembly line in Georgia as drivers shifted toward SUVs.
There you go.
Oh my goodness. The keys to the car were given to 85-year-old Truett Cathy, the founder of the Chick-fil-A fast food franchise.
I'm not sure why he got the last
Taurus. I know,
Taurus,
that seems like an odd kind of combination there. But
I'll have to read more about that.
Yeah. And lastly, in 2018, a gunman shot and killed 11 people and wounded 6 others during an attack on a synagogue in Pittsburgh. It was the deadliest attack on Jews in U.S. history.
All right, moving on to birthdays now. They include TV personality Kelly Osbourne, who is 41 years old today. Country singer Lee Greenwood is 83. I saw him down at the Bangor Auditorium one time.
Really?
Yeah, long time ago. And English actor John Cleese is 86 years old today. Happy birthday to them and to you also if your birthday is today.
We're going to turn things back over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
And thank you very much, Craig and Janessa. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by SR1 Companies. Visit SR1 in Herman, Turner, Manchester, and Orono. We have the best prices on trailers, campers, tractors, heavy equipment, and more. SR1 Companies, where New England's largest selection meets unbeatable prices. Alrighty, here we go. We have a small crowd advisory that is posted until 8 p.m. as we head towards your Tuesday along the coast. Some active surf will be expected until about that time frame, so we will need to keep an eye on that. We do have an area of low pressure that continues to sit and spin, and that will be sending some rainfall in our direction. We'll definitely take it, though, as we continue to deal with some rather severe to extreme drought across a good part of the state. So whatever we can get, we'll definitely welcome. We do have high pressure not too far away either, keeping a good part of the Northeast and even Canada dry dry at this moment in time. So Futurecast moving forward, we have more rain on the way for us today, and the rain will start to back off later on tonight, even as the sky becomes partly cloudy in the parts of Tuesday morning. So gusty winds also a thing today, reaching up to about 20, even 25 miles per hour at times. Your hourly forecast moving forward, again, mostly cloudy with rain on the way, temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Janessa.
Still to come here this morning, Max Sturm with sports.
Also have a fun interview coming up.
Very fun interview.
You won't want to miss that. Don't go away.
Drive into fall at Quirk in Bangor and Belfast. Lease new 25 Ram 1500 Bighorn for only $399 a month. Or lease new 25 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude X for $479 per month. It's your Ram, it's your Jeep. Find it at Quirk in Bangor and Belfast.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Carpets looking tired, stained, or just plain dirty? It's time to call the pros. At C&R Carpet Cleaning, we use deep steam technology to remove dirt, odors, pet hair, and allergens fast. Fresh, clean carpets, healthier home. That's the C&R promise. Visit our Facebook page for a free estimate or call us today, 631-7380. Step into clean with C&R Carpet Cleaning.
I'm 82 years old, and absentee voting has been around my entire life. And when my wife was sick, it was the only way she could vote. Question 1 is an attack on absentee voting, plain and simple. All of the people in healthcare, the nurses that work in the hospital, people on shift work, truck drivers that's on the road. Do we want to disenfranchise all these people? I wouldn't think so. Vote no on 1. Save absentee voting in Maine.
Drive into fall with confidence and savings at Quirk Hyundai in Bangor. The sleek 26 Tucson has all the tech, leased for just $359 a month. The Kona elevates small SUV style in a big way, leased at $25 for $329 a month. It's your Hyundai. Find it at Quirk.
You're gonna learn what it's like to be in our reality.
I can't breathe.
I'm stuck!
I don't want to go home.
Special Forces, all new Thursdays on Fox.
Welcome back in, folks. Thank you for joining us. We'll start up in Orono as the Maine Black Bears hosted the second game of their doubleheader with Colgate. Remember, still no Josh Nadeau in this one for the Black Bears. And in the first period, the Raiders offense is going to get the scoring started for us as Jack Brandt tips one right in front of the net to make it 1-0. And you know what? Why have one when you could have two? This time, Brandt, a nice feed from his teammate in front of the net, and he just lays it into the net. 2-0 Raiders. Now Maine on the attack with a power play opportunity. The cap, Thomas Friel, from a low angle fires one to the far post and puts Maine on the board. They would score again, and we're heading into overtime. Charlie Russell gets tripped up here, but look who's right there to pick it up. Max Scott is there, and he goes all the way to the net and fires past the goaltender to give the Bears a 3-2 victory. Now, right next door to Alphon Stadium we go for Black Bear football for their homecoming game versus Elon University. Riding 3 straight wins, looking to make it 4 after the bye week. It'll be the Phoenix with the ball first. QB Landon Clark, deep shot for his receiver into double coverage, and it's intercepted by who else but Devin Vaught. This guy's a ball-hawking safety, and he proves it right there. However, Elon gets a nice stop, and they get the ball back. This time they'll hand it off to Jameel Williams. He breaks a couple tackles and gets into the paint, giving the Phoenix a 7-0 lead. Let's go ahead and move into the second quarter. Maine's got to make something happen here. Peavy fires over the middle, and it's caught by Jake Kucera, and he takes it all the way in for the score. Now we are tied 7-7. Black Bears defense gets a nice stop as well and gets the job done. Now Peavy uncorks one deep for Gianni Rossito, and he gets the job done, gets 2 toes inbounds. Maine keeps the win streak alive, and they win 35-14. Let's kick it south to Biddeford now for a Maine Classic as the Husson Eagles and the UNE Nor'easters clashed in the annual lobster trap game. Husson coming off of a big homecoming win of their own, looking to steal the trap back. Let's pick it up here late in the first half. Eagles QB Max Clark takes the snap. He looks left. He throws deep for Jacob Lenz. He's got it in stride. No one stops him. Husson takes the lead. But UNE had time, and they've got it in the red zone. A handoff to Damian Jones. He cuts it outside and uses his speed to get in, and it's 14-all. Still some time remaining here in the first half, though. Husson trying to use the remaining of that time to take the lead back, but Clark's pass is going to be intercepted by Oscar Clark. Keep the game tied at 14. Early in the third quarter now, UNE at the goal line. Jones gets the call again, and he leaps into the end zone. UNE takes the lead, and eventually the dub. They win 38-28 and keep the trap in Bedford. We now head to Boston, where the Bruins look to snap a 6-game losing streak against the Colorado Avalanche. First period, no score. Nathan McKinnon feeds Arturi Lekkinen, who scores with a snapshot, his first of 2 on the day. Avs up 1-0. Later in the first period, we go. Same score, and it's Victor Arvidsson, and he ricochets the puck off Scott Wedgwood into the net for the goal. And we're going to go ahead and get a replay on that one. Arvidsson banks in off the wrister, off Wedgwood, and the Bruins tie it at 1. Still first period, same score. Tanner Janot finds Michael Isamont, who scores the wrister, and the Bruins would go on to take a 3-2 win and break that streak. Finally tonight, we head to Foxborough, where an underappreciated former Patriots player, Lawrence Guy, has decided to hang up the cleats after 13 years and retire a Patriot. Guy started his career being drafted by the Green Bay Packers as a defensive tackle in the 7th round of the 2011 draft. After jumping around from team to team, he finally landed on the Patriots in 2017, where he would stick around until 2023. 7 seasons with the Patriots, being a big part of that front 7, he would play an instrumental role in the 2018 Super Bowl season would later be named to the Patriots All-2010s team. Here's Lawrence Guy and Elliot Wolf on the retirement.
Today, Lawrence will be signing a 1-day contract to officially retire as a New England Patriot, and it's my privilege to welcome Lawrence Guy back home.
I wasn't selfish. I didn't think about myself. I wanted to make sure that the person next to me had the same success that I did, because that person was going to make sure I made plays. I made plays for that person to make plays. And it's one of those things that when you lay your head down at night, you understand that you did what you could when you could do it and left it on the field.
That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
You know, we can go into a room and have absolutely nothing in there, nothing on the windows, no color, no character, no tone to a room.
That's, I think, where we're strongest, is being able to help someone envision what's going to go in that window.
And we leave, it's totally transformed into something that the customer wants it to be. We've often been told we make a room look better just by leaving it.
It's another exciting year of high school football in the state of Maine. Get out and support your home team, and be looking for the ABC7 Sports Blitz crew. You can get a free Sports Blitz t-shirt, then watch Sports Blitz during ABC7 News at 11 every Friday night during the football season. Blitz shirts courtesy of
Comfort Shoes and More, Huff Power Sports, Muffler King, Newport Glass, Old Mill Pub, Sebasticook Lake Campground, The Farmer's Table, Varney Ford.
This Halloween, Fox 22 is turning your living room into a haunted house with a Treehouse of Horror marathon. Starting Halloween Day at 1 p.m., join Bart, Lisa, Homer, Marge, Maggie, and the whole Springfield crew as they take you on frightfully funny adventures that are sure to send shivers and laughs down your spine. So grab the candy, dim the lights, and don't miss the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror marathon. Only on Fox 22.
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
Welcome back, everyone. Today we're here with some folks from Mystery 207. We have Mark Rodriguez, and you're the owner of the company and also an actor, correct?
That's right.
And then Rachel, you're an actress for this company. Welcome, and thank you guys for coming up and making the trip today.
Absolutely.
And for the folks at home who may not know about your company, what do you guys do? Can you kind of just give me some information about, you know, the parties you host and what that entails?
Sure. They're interactive murder mystery shows. I like to kind of compare it to like a live museum, like sort of like people know of like Plymouth Plantation down in Massachusetts, where you show up and all of the actors are in character the whole time. So we lay out murder mystery. And people can literally at any time come up and ask us whatever they want. They can ask us what we had for breakfast that morning, and we're always going to answer in character.
Gotcha. And you guys kind of set up these dinners where people, they have clues. They have to kind of figure out the murder mystery and what's going on. Is that right?
Sure.
Yeah, it's really interactive. It's very similar to the board game where you have all of the clues and you have to kind of piece things together and ask questions to the actors. It's really a lot of fun.
And I know we talked a little bit before this, but this is for adults. This is, you know, kind of an adult thing you would book and go do. And the one that's coming up on November 14th is the one at the Hollywood Casino in Bangor, which is super fun. And is that Hollywood themed? What's the theme of that?
The golden age of Hollywood.
Okay, gotcha. And what do you guys, you know, you're in glamour. Is this kind of what you guys will look like and the theme will be?
This is the costuming for the show for that night.
That's awesome.
It's like a Hollywood red carpet award show type theme with all of the characters that you'd see in the Hollywood videos.
Yeah, and I know on your website too, you guys have different themes of these things that you do. Can you kind of, you know, give us a list of some of the fun ones that you've done before in the past?
We've got about 20 now.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
There's a lot, and a lot of them are original written like by members of our cast as well.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Really fun. I saw there was like a Wild West one.
There's a Wild West, 80s. We have the Golden Age of Hollywood one. We just did There's No Place Like Homicide, which is a Wizard of Oz themed one.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good ones.
Yeah, and where can people, if they want to go to these shows, where can people either book tickets or kind of, you know, do they have to sign up and make their own event? Can you kind of just describe a little bit?
Sure. If there's an event that's going on, they can go to mystery207.com.
Yeah.
And if the tickets are on sale at that point, there'll be a link that they can click on. And we try, like in our programs, we sort of list everything that's coming, but sometimes it takes a little while to roll those out. There's a whole lot of work that goes into putting those together. So.
Gotcha. And on your website, is there a place where people could kind of fill out in their own event if they wanted to have you guys come and, like, you know, act?
Sure. There's an email address on there,
Perfect.
And that goes straight to me. So if you're interested in doing a show, just do it that way.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for coming
You're
in.
welcome.
Much
Thank you for having
appreciated.
us.
And hopefully some Bangor residents come over to the Hollywood Casino with you guys.
Very good.
Awesome.
We're going to turn things right back over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by SR1 Companies. Visit SR1 in Herman, Turner, Manchester, and Orono. We have the best prices on trailers, campers, tractors, heavy equipment, and more. SR1 Companies, where New England's largest selection meets unbeatable prices. Alrighty, there's that small craft advisory that's active along the coast, and that will be in effect until 8 p.m. as we head towards your Tuesday. Some active surf will be an issue as we do move forward. It's not too bad just yet at around 2 to 3 feet, but gusty winds later on today will get the ocean rather active, so we will need to monitor that as we do move forward in time. And we may even see that later on as we will need to keep an eye on Hurricane Melissa. But right now, Jamaica will be the main ball game at play along the Caribbean. Look at this right here. Hurricane Melissa, a Category 4 monster hurricane, winds up to around 150 miles per hour. Some higher gusts also being noted, moving to the west at around 5 miles per hour. Hurricane warnings and even some tropical storm warnings also posted. It will also be moving very soon after becoming a Category 5 hurricane. It will trek off to the northeast, and I will also meet some high surf also becoming an issue. So we'll have to watch this later on for us, again with some high surf being the main threat, but we'll watch that in due time later on this week. But for us, it's that main area of low pressure sending some rain in our direction, which again is great news. It's been rather dry for us recently, and of course the rainfall we've had overall within the last few days or so has been rather welcome. Other parts of the northeast and Canada staying dry thanks to that area of high pressure, and a large area at that. So again, we'll take any rain that we can get, and there's that area of high pressure that's been nearby recently. That area of low pressure sending that rain in our direction. That rain will be wrapping up very soon. There's Futurecast right there sending that rain in our direction. That rain wrapping up later on tonight and as we head towards parts of Tuesday morning. And there is a drought monitor right there showing a lot of drought for us, so we'll take any rain that we can get at this point. 50 degrees today, mostly cloudy with rain showers, and that north wind at around 25 miles per hour. Overnight, upper 30s, rain showers early, then partly cloudy, and that north wind at around 25 miles per hour. Tomorrow, mid-50s, partly cloudy, north wind at around 25 miles per hour. And let's check out your extended forecast, brought to you by SR1 Companies. Wednesday, partly cloudy, highs in the mid-50s with mid-50s again for your Thursday under a mostly cloudy sky. Rain showers for Halloween, highs in the upper 50s.
Irresistibly smooth chocolate to put the world on pause. Lindor, made to melt you by the Lindt Master Chocolatier.
Autumn is here. That means winter is just around the corner, and so are higher energy bills. But when Washington tried to cut critical heating assistance to thousands of Mainers, it was Senator Susan Collins who rescued it. A fierce defender of the program, Senator Collins has secured $700 million in funds to help Mainers afford their heating bills, providing essential help for those on fixed incomes. Call, thank Senator Collins, and ask her to keep fighting and winning for Maine.
Looking for a new work experience? Fox and ABC Bangor are partnering with local employers to feature the best local job opportunities, like this one.
Irish Collision Center is hiring a full-time auto body detailer. The right candidate possesses a high attention to detail, the ability to multitask, and works well as part of a team. Experience preferred. However, training available for the right applicant. Please apply in person at 43 Oxbow Road in Palmyra.
You're gripping a pumpkin spice latte, watching the home game on a Friday night. Earlier, you took the kids apple picking and almost made it through the corn maze. It's that time of year. Shorter days, cooler nights. Valley Home Services believes the comfort and warmth of home means more on nights like these. Comfort and warmth that comes from Fujitsu heat pumps. Valley Home Services has the most reliable choices for heating and cooling your home or business. Ditch the worry of heating bills and power outages all season long with Valley Home Services. Go ahead, embrace the comfort.
You know Matt pretty well. Did he give you any advice?
He said that I should use 26 words or more.
25 words or less.
Wed, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
You just won it!
Weekdays at 9 on Fox 22.
Halloween isn't until next Friday. A few communities in the area were not waiting around to celebrate the spooky holiday. First, we'll start in Holden, where hundreds of families got the chance to get some sweet treats on Saturday. For the first time, the RSU 63 parent-teacher group held their trunk or treat event at the Holden School, gathering kids and adults alike, all dressed up in their spookiest gear.
Next, we'll head to Bangor, where the mid-mall parking lot transformed into a Halloween wonderland there. On Friday night was the second annual mid-mall trunk or treat. Organizers say families were invited to enjoy a safe, festive evening filled with decorated trunks, costumes, candy, and community spirit.
And lastly, in Levant, at their fire department, they hosted their annual open house trick-or-treating event. Folks of all ages on Friday night got to enjoy candy and games, all in the Halloween spirit. Arriving on Friday night as well was the department's brand new fire truck, which, according to Fire Chief Eric Strout, will serve Levant and their surrounding communities for years to come.
How neat.
How nice.
I saw that was just a few of the many over the weekend. Of course, they had trick-or-treating in downtown Bangor over the weekend. I saw some pictures from the zombie walk in Bangor. It looked like a lot of fun.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, I've just seen them on social media, but what a fun time of year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that is all the time we have left for this morning, but as always, we thank you for joining us.
Have a great day, everyone.